And I am back playing Madden again. Um, just as an FYI, I do plan on streaming some more NBA Live 19 this afternoon. Probably right after this broadcast. I'll be doing that on Twitch. My Twitch handle is davidb69's. So please follow me on there, and I will be broadcasting sometime later this afternoon. And I will be broadcasting on Twitch. I just wanted to give you a standout on that. Um, it's basically what I plan to do, and I'll mention it again after I'm done. After I've done this, um, just wanted to give you a heads up, and I'm bringing up my chat thing so I can read what people are saying. And now we have our contracts, and you can see my little one has popped up for me. Um, because generally I'll log in as myself and be able to reply in chat, or actually I'll reply verbally to whatever people say in chat. Um, First thing we got is we started the season one on one. This is that restart of the season that I started doing. Um, Now I do plan on. I do want to give Jai I sort of want to give him a contract, but I sort of don't. Um, I like him because he's a good break tackle guy, and he matches things, but he's not that fast. I really don't like his speed, so I have like a really hard time. But he's only 25 years old, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a 5-year deal um, for $5 million per season, and see if I can. Yeah, we'll make a signing bonus 2.75 million. Um, and that should be good enough. If he does not accept this, he's dead to me, and I'm not going to make him a better offer. There we go. It's all done. Okay, he's done. He's re-signed. I don't have to deal with him anymore. Um, okay, Graham is a harder one because he's a 93 overall, but he wants a 4-year deal at $9 million per season. I don't see doing that. What I'm going to do is I am going to hold off on signing him right now. Unless I can I make it a 2-year deal? Bump you up to 9.5 and a $4.2 million contract. Because if I could do that, I'll do this deal. I'll do a 2 million deal, two-year deal. But I will not do a 4-year deal. That's too long, and his ratings will go down too much. And I will offer him this contract, and everything about the offer needs improvement. So Graham, I'm not going to be resigning you. He's not. It's like it's not happening. He's too old. I'm not going to do that. Matter of fact, um, I'm going to put Graham on a trade block. Wait, I want to. Yeah, my trade block. No, well, how do I make it? How do I put somebody on my trade block? Oh, maybe it's. I can't do. Hmm. I don't know. Well, I might just, like I said, I might wind up putting. Yeah, it's hard and everything because you can see like the closest I have is in the low 80s, and he's like old too. Where is he? How old is he? Never mind. Yeah, Chris Wrong's 33. He's done. So, well, maybe I will have to offer him a little bit. So, anyways, is there anybody sharing that has 2019 draft? Looking at community. See, here we go. I got a nice one. And it's like, I'm looking at his number of downloads. I mean, it's a pretty good indicator with all the people. So I'm going to download this draft class. Okay. What I really want is I want to look at some left ends. And I need to make sure that they meet my criteria. Yes. Okay, how about a right end? Okay, we got a bunch of right ends. That's awesome. That's pretty crappy. And yeah, basically that's it for this one. Kind of what I was thinking, but anyways, so because we're gonna, like I said, the things that we're gonna need a new left end, we're gonna need new middle linebacker and new right outside linebacker. They're the things that we gotta really concentrate for next year's draft. I'm not going to do training pretty much all season. I'm just going to avoid training. So we're going to skip simulate training, and let's get playing. And you see our numbers compared to Indianapolis. We should kill Indianapolis here today. I forget if it's Jeffries or I didn't recheck the. It's been a couple days since I played. Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. We got to turn that interception stuff around. I think I played a little bit better. Welcome in,
everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned into Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts take on Carson Wentz and the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel.
So excited for Thursday night.
They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, They come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Yeah, we got Deshaun Jackson, and unfortunately, what starting? Look at that! See, look for that red. If it's not available, then we exit out of there.
Now on first down.
Ooh, nice coverage.
Is incomplete.
Okay, I can live with that coverage. That was.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Oh, crap.
He stayed along, Jay Ajayi. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Wow. That surprised me.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
I don't want to do play action. It's like the last thing I want to do is play action.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Okay.
From the gun, it's Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Wow.
Jabal Sheard.
That blocking was kind of crappy there.
6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Yeah, man. Johnson just missed his block completely.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Yeah, that was a bad punt.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Luck. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
T.Y. Hilton's the guy that I'm going to be keeping a big eye on because when you put together 4 straight Pro Bowls, led the NFL in receiving yards 2016, you know the 2017 yards were an aberration. Okay, he was less than 1,000 yards receiving. Inconsistent quarterbacking play, but I think he bounces back big in 2018 and beyond.
You got it.
2-yard explosive, being able to go down the middle and making big plays.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Coming off injury in 2017 is middle linebacker Jordan Hicks, who's an important part of the Eagles' wide 9 defense. And when you hear that term, Think about the defensive ends out wider than normal, so they have a better angle to rush the quarterback. So that means guys like Jordan Hicks, who played middle linebacker, have to be able to fill in the holes against the running game, and he does that very effectively.
Down inside the 40 to about the 38. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he's going to get this inside.
You don't want to give that up.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard
out of the 3 points.
line.
I'm good with that.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one? The tight end, but not there. Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points. Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
No,
move
they're not
the
playing
ball
close.
at least a few times on offense.
They don't when they're playing close. I'm going to go to Ertz here.
Flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 94 yards, and a score. 5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season. This is Ajayi. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too. Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of. And now they can move forward. Let's go. On 1st down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time. But now you get to sit up here with me. Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, crap. Oh, got it.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey. Kill. Here we go. 120.
Now it's a jive. And
yeah, nothing there.
Immediately there. Officially no gain on the play.
Try to wonder if I should cut back or not, but
the starters now on the defensive side of the ball for Indianapolis. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last. And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. Now Wentz throwing on second down.
Come on.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Margus Hunt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Okay.
Call it a
I get the field goal.
7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now it's Locke. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. But he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Oh,
man.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air. Luck on second down.
Oh, no.
Good. This is Eric Ebron.
Oh, crap.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are in for 6.
I don't know what happened there.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it?
I just assumed it would have went. The guy would have went into his tackle animation.
Today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers.
He didn't.
Maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away.
Hey, hit the upright.
Getting set for the next drive, the tight end, Zach Ertz. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the...
crap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Oh, my goodness. That was a horrible decision.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening,
ooh, another running back down.
And then no one plays well.
That's their second running back goes down.
An injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
See if he goes to the locker room. No, he'll be fine.
Here's Luck now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third and short, the fullback DeMarco. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
I get the thought process. Third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell
got it,
me,
right? Got it.
That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get
I got
this
that.
done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
I'm going to challenge that. I think I caught that.
Thanks to the defense.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Oh, okay, I was wrong.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so...
Oh, no, right to him again.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Wow.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, here's Luck. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Luck. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Oh, man.
Chester Rogers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
One. Yeah, 2nd foot was out of bounds.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
What?
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Vinatieri.
No, they count. Unless they're saying that was 1. I mean, it's... But it's like it's barely... No, it's not. He's not down. I mean, his foot's not down, so... Yeah.
Now for the point after.
I'll disagree with you, Madden.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Wentz now on first down.
Come on.
Brought down by the Colts.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Great.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
I'm getting. Here we go. Ready? This spot 2. Great.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, my God.
Intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Ebron caught left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down throw. Locke. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the ball.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Danico Autry. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Danico Autry is
that
in
hold
on the
disappeared
stop.
quickly.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run again with Ajayi. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get
Oh,
up.
no.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Oh, great. No, I'm not doing a 60-yard field goal.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Foles.
Nope.
And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Out of the gun, Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Luck now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again is Lott. Fighting to stay upright. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Great.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Now they go
you got to be
screen,
kidding me.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 37. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's Foles. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Foles. Ertz has it left side. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start our tour with a trip to FedEx Field, where we find Green Bay on the road to take on Washington. And it's the Redskins who have the lead in that one. Alex Smith, a touchdown pass. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In our game, it's Andrew Luck back after missing all of last season with a shoulder problem, and he hasn't missed a beat. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded
Really just need to...
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off of play action, Luck. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays, because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field, because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They run, it's Oliver. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know,
man, he's just throwing it constantly to him.
Kids can't get it.
4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Luck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing is Luck. Sheds off the tackle, and he comes back with one complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Bannon in there to get him for a loss of 5. Bennett, of course, a big offseason pickup for the Eagles.
And they love his versatility. He can play defensive end, defensive tackle in obvious pass situations, 9.5 sacks last season in Seattle, and the smallest shoulder pads for a man his size we've ever seen.
A 3-time Pro Bowler to boot. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Luck now to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being really cautious with that lead here in the second half.
I don't even understand that.
Fake it, it doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Foles now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a 1st down. They run with Ajayi. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 23. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're going to look to throw. He dropped it.
Oh, my gosh. It was in his hands.
So no 6 points, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create
just
a
gotta
lot
take
of
the points.
congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Luck. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And some space here. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his right. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Margus Hunt in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Foles.
Oh, crap.
And it's incomplete.
I didn't expect him to throw it that far
Whenever
behind.
they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
I would go for that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete.
What the heck?
Doug Pederson's guys come up empty here on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense got to step up and force a turnover.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Second and 10, Luck again. And his pass, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And he's got Rodgers. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Luck on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On second down, here's Luck. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They were still a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Foles, eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Here's Foles. Escaping. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hurts over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine.
But people are saying
Easy.
they could come down tomorrow.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna double check if they can, but
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Okay. Give me this. Yeah.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Isn't that pretty much normal?
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
How do you 11? Wow, that's a big crowd. I guess
They'll look to throw here. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down over, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Brought down by Nate Gehry.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Eli Manning hovering around 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdown throws as well. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Crap.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback.
Got it right.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Here we go.
Jabal Sheard in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Everybody was covered there.
Back to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Got to go
This
for
defense
it
is
because it's
continuing
a
to contest
3-touchdown
every
game.
deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync.
They're just going to
Because
run the
early
ball.
in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together. And that's what we're seeing right now.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's a carry for Oliver. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Oliver.
It's over.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They run it here with Oliver. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy
well,
and
this
try to
game
get
isn't
that extra
over.
running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and
Defense
get it done.
did a lot better in that half.
So for Indianapolis, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.
Okay, here. How does this look here? Now, good news is we didn't lose Wentz. Wentz is still going to be with us. Bad news is we lose Bradham for 4 weeks, which is going to be painful. So it's going to be hard to replace him. Don't need a quarterback. These guys that are on the trading block are just not interested in. Okay, well, he's not bad. Says trade maybe a running back. Okay, well, I'd be willing to give up Clement. Okay. But let's see what they say about Pumphrey first before I do that. Yes, they took it. So we have a new left outside linebacker. Ow. Okay. So I'm very happy about that. Okay, and it's like that's the guy that Eagles wound up trading for. It was a 65 overall, so I have no interest in picking him up. I was thinking about it and everything. I'm like, and I look at this, and it's like, why would I want to trade for a guy with that's bad? Apparently, with my roster size right now, I can pick up a guy. So what's free agency look like? Yeah. People that are on people's things. They have kickers. Don't ask me why you would have a kicker on there. Yeah, there's nobody. Okay. These guys are still better than some of the guys we have. This guy's a 74 overall, and he matches the scheme. You know, for a 1-year deal, I'll sign him. Let's scout some college players. I think we finished our left end. Okay. Okay. Now, how's our? Let's take a look at our. Okay. Well, Darby, I have no problem with signing a long-term deal. Matter of fact, I'm willing to give him a 6-year deal. 5.6 and a $3 million signing bonus. There we go. So he's re-signed. Wallace, I have no interest in re-signing. Shane Ray, I have to see you play before we talk contract. You just got on my team. Okay, let's take a look at depth chart here. One of the things I was seeing is the there we go. We got him out of that list there. We only have 3 defensive tackles. To see me build my defensive tackle. Ooh, he's
Washu.
Washu? Ooh. I like this. He's 23 years old. What the heck? No, come on. Okay, I want a defensive tackle. I want Vay. Okay.
What's your name?
My name is David. That's always been the case. Hence the davidb69. I will trade you. How many cornerbacks? No, we only have 4 cornerbacks. Okay, I only have 3 running backs too. I don't want to get rid of that.
What's your PS4 username?
Same exact name, davidb69. Okay, I'm gonna see if they will bite on this trade. I don't think they would. I would not. I would not do this trade if I were them. Yeah, it's not even close to wanting this deal. So what I'm gonna do. I sort of wouldn't. It's like I can't just make it a straight draft pick deal because they're I get rid of Chris Long, probably wouldn't mind getting rid of him. Yeah, but I don't want to do that either. Okay, what I'm going to do, then I don't think they'll take this trade. No, but they're slightly more interested. So I'm thinking maybe giving up a 5th round pick. I think they'll do this trade. Ooh, not even close, actually. Okay, we're going to have to look at a 3rd round pick then. I have 2 3rd round picks. Wow. Okay, they really don't want this Sweat guy. Okay. But if I change it to somebody else, right guard. No. Left outside linebacker. I do have a lot of them. This isn't a bad idea to get rid of one of the left outside linebackers. And I can get rid of Brooks, who is older and I don't need. This might work. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll give you one of my 2nd round picks. I'll give you Brooks because you're cleaning out some salary for me. Because you're doing that, I'll trade you my second round pick. Okay. You're going to be this way. I do not want to give away this year's pick, but I'll give you the 2020 1st round pick. I really want this guy. Oh, man, you're killing me. Well, I'm just going to have to throw it away. I'm just not going to upgrade. Okay, we're done that. We're done that. No trading. No training. I'm just going to get to work. I have 53 players. We had this problem before. Okay. Maybe if I can trade away Brooks and get just some pick somewhere. Let's do that because I don't want to. I do want to get rid of him. Okay. I've got to find somebody that's at least a yellow on him. And we can see my thing. It's like it says I have 52 of 53 players. I'm starting to think that nobody wants Brooks. And then, okay, nobody wants Brooks. I just signed Ray. This is the problem with my defense. That is, okay. We're just gonna deal. Oh, I gotta cut them. I gotta make a cut. Oh, how many wide receivers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy has nothing for me. I just don't. He doesn't even match your system. I'm just gonna straight up release him. He has nothing to give me. We should have destroyed. We should have destroyed the Colts. For the life of me, I don't know what happened in that game. I mean, I know what happened in that game. I threw 3 interceptions and then he got hurt. I gotta play better.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a healthy Carson Wentz and the world champion Philadelphia Eagles face off with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. The man under center will be Carson Wentz, the third-year quarterback hailing from North Dakota State.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. It'll be Marcus Mariota calling the shots under center in his 4th year now at the helm of the Titans out of Oregon.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. 1st down, Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Floating one, incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target. 3rd down here. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. 1st and 10. Here's Mario. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon. They've done very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A good pick up there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Yes!
To the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for the first points of the game. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He finds the rookie from South Dakota State, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Can't have enough good pass-catching tight ends in the NFL. And the Eagles, they wanted to replenish their stock. They lost Trey Burton in the offseason, so they selected Dallas Goedert out of South Dakota State in the 2nd round, and he is nothing but a big-time pass catcher.
What a great story, because South Dakota State didn't offer him a scholarship in high school. He walked on there.
Yeah, so now Zach Ertz has a running mate at tight end.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. First catch for the Eagles' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar.
Make it 1 yard.
Get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll roll him out right. He may try to run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A Titan 1st down, Mariota to Walker.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-up in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him and try to keep him away from their plays.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the 1st quarter. Can't wait to see what the 2nd quarter has in store. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sport.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Who's your favorite football team?
And that's one of the reasons you like
the Eagles are my favorite team. I'm from the Philadelphia area, so I've always been a big fan of the Eagles. I'm hoping that the way I'm playing, and hopefully the real Eagles are going to play a lot better.
Mariota now from the 50. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Oh, that's
4
cool.
yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Okay.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. He just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Wow.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Got to hold on to that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Oh, he didn't even hold on to the ball. Come on.
Free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Have a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They begin with Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run it again with Henry. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mariota. And that's caught by Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
Oh, no.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not
No.
reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mariota now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
They gonna review that?
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
I think it's a touchdown. I just was curious if they'd review it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board.
And again, the commentary is horrendous, and I don't understand why they can't get that right.
Drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score.
You think the programming is simple. If it's a touchdown and the guy rules it a touchdown, then they wouldn't do all this
Set now to kick this one
stupid
away,
commentary that they got it wrong. I mean, it's just you would think that's simple.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On play action, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Oh, now he bowls him over. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll run it here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Landor has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how I just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they'll go on the ground. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. We'll remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's got stats and scores from around the NFL as we wrap up the first month of the season.
No longer is he a rookie, the coach, a true veteran now.
A crafty veteran. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Goes underneath for Sproles. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively.
Nothing I can do.
Stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Nobody was open.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
What the heck? Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me?
The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Play action. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Really? You're calling timeouts? Okay. But I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of having time.
A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And they'll try the grab game here with the running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll start with two teams that are used to being linked on Thanksgiving. Detroit visiting Dallas. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. A touchdown pass for the rookie, Josh Allen. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Blake Bortles has thrown a touchdown pass. In our game, it was Marcus Mariota with a strong first half. His guys have the lead on the road as we get you
I mean,
back
I
up to
don't even
Nashville.
understand
Say
how there
hello
was no
once again
tackle.
to Brandon Gaudin.
It's just...
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Adoree Jackson on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A first down throw for Mariota. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Mariota gives to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wins to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, easily put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They fake the give. Now Wins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Elliott puts this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. It's a whole lot better running off the field.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Mariota.
Oh, great.
Hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3rd and long here for Mario.
Oh, crap. No, no, no.
Complete. It's Walker. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Okay.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
Wentz now on 1st down. They finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard
Didn't get it, did he?
line.
No.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Shorty. Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Let's go.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And down he goes.
Nobody was open.
Bring down Wentz on the sack. Derek Morgan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that.
No, I'm not going for 2.
There.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pump.
Now look at this.
Yes!
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun. Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Okay.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On the read option, it's Mariota.
Oh, no.
Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown.
Unfreaking believable.
Marcus Mariota with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else, and guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted them. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing on first is Wentz. A dump off the Sproles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Wentz again. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Wallace, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Go. 280. Black. Let's go. 82.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Mariota. And Davis with it left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second down, Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
I probably should have tried to catch it.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down.
Whoa, what the heck?
Incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Trade 15. On the ball.
Play action. Now Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Mariota hands to Henry. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mariota, throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Shorty.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, no.
They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That man
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Oh, rolls bad.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And complete to the tight end Walker right
Ah,
side.
crap. I have to use my timeout.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And it's picked up.
It's over. We got to win this game.
Brought down around the 7-yard line.
Wow.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, there is no first downs. It's 1st and goal, so get a clue.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for
touchdown.
a gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Review? I was in the end zone. I'd still like to know why that wasn't never reviewed.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with a J. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They've got a situation where a field goal ties it. How do you defend this? Because you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown. How aggressive do you get?
That's always the key, isn't it? Where is the line on aggressiveness to over-aggressiveness? And I think most coordinators are looking at it like run your regular defense and some pressure packages because really the 35-yard line is the one you really want to defend. At that point, you're thinking you're probably giving up 3. Anything outside of that, you feel like you've got a chance to hold it.
So they'll be in search of the proper amount of
Why
pressure.
would they down at it?
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. The Titans on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And
oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. He pulled it in one-handed. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
4,
They're able to convert
3,
on third down, and that sets
2,
up the first and goal.
1. We win.
Well, Charles,
oh, my goodness. That was a little too close, but I'll take it.
Lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
Wow.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Philadelphia, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Nashville.
I think your big thing here is we had 2 touchdowns. He's had 1 interception. Wentz, we finally broke the streak. No interceptions. And, yeah, we've even had the longest pass. So, of course, rushing and everything, Mariota kind of kicked our butt, had a 67-yard run for a touchdown. I still can't believe he did that. But the big thing also is Wentz had a fumble. But I believe didn't we recover that, or did they get it? But Mariota also fumbled, and that was our big points to win the game. So it's just unbelievable. We scored 21 points in the fourth period to win this one. So that's got to be one to remember. So thanks for watching. Till next time, this is davidb69, and I'm going to be signing off here. Look at that. Nice XP. Got 4 sacks. Got the road win. Put a little too many yards, but okay. Okay. See if we can do other things and stuff real quick before signing off. Vikings are 2-2. We're 2-2. Let's look at why would I do this guy? Because they're going to say he's undrafted. So, let's look at some right outside linebackers. Anybody hit our scheme? Our cornerbacks. I have to look at free safety. There we go. Dude, awareness is really sucky. Okay. I'm not going to be doing that one. Again, Graham, we're just going to let him go. Wallace, the same thing. Not sure with him yet. Sproles, definitely not. No, he's too old as well. I have no interest in re-signing him. And Hicks will be coming up soon. So Hicks I'll be definitely wanting to resign. Kick Long and everything, no. Rodgers. Doubtful. I don't even know. But anyway. So we'll have the Giants next and the Vikings next, and then we'll have the Giants. So how are we doing on the standings wise? Cowboys are 3-1, Redskins are 2-1, and Giants and the Eagles are both 2-2. So we'll have to start playing better football. It's like we only have the one division game in the first half of the season, which is crazy. But hopefully the next 4 games we'll be playing better. So, but anyway, until next time, this is davidb69. I hope to be doing another live stream at some point soon. I do plan on going and playing some NBA Live later, probably sometime after dinner, probably like 7 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see how that goes, just to play a game or something. Anyway, until next time, this is davidb69, and I'm out.